Morning everybody, it's Andy here, Poverty Prospecting. No work today, been rained off, so the paddocks are too wet, but I've just been going through a bucket that I brought back from Secret Creek. I've been flushing it, washing it, trying to break the clay up. I'll give you one really good tip: don't buy an El Cheapo paint stirrer from Bunnings that's yellow, because all the paint comes off, and mate, does it confuse you. You think you hit gold, but it's not, it's yellow paint. Anyway, it's half buggered already, but I've just did one classified down with my 3/16 classifier, and I thought everything would be sitting at the bottom because of paint stirring it, washing it, flush it, all the good stuff will be at the bottom. And I just panned out a little bit of fines because I'm trying to break it all down to run it through my cleanup sluice, and there's two decent bits and one little micro right there. Finger for reference. There we go. We'll keep classifying that down and put it in a bucket and set up the cleanup sluice. Give it a run, see what we get. Okay, I was panning that bucket before I've classified it down to go through the cleanup sluice, and of course for Secret Creek you've got to have an obligatory piece of lead. But yeah, it's the gold. Let's see if we can get it in the shade so we can see it a bit better. Alright, that's what I found in about 8 test pans out of that bucket. Up a little test pan, but that's not too bad. There's some nice bits in there. So we'll snuffle them up and set up this clean-up sluice. Get into it. Won't take long. Okay, we'll just go through the components of this clean-up sluice. This here was 2 aluminium pieces that came off the side of a traffic light. Now I'll show you what I mean. You can see it's joined here. This is liquid nailed together to make it nice, long and thin. Then up here, just a bit of tin plate boxed around it for the header box, silicone down with the pop rivet sides, the little header box spray unit, which has got angle grinder cuts in the bottom of it, and door chair rubbers, or not door chair, chair rubbers, or door stop rubbers on the ends, which are not siliconed on, so they can get pulled off, and a couple of bends. And then, of course, the V-rubber, which is your non-slip, anti-slip stuff from the Big Red Hammer store. And there's a joint in between 2 pieces right here, and then it continues down all the way to the bottom. Now that's just stuck in with the glue that comes on the back of this stuff, but I peeled the glue off this bit, flipped it upside down, and then glued it down with some silicone. Silicone the end up so it's got a curve, right in there, it's curved, and just silicone down the side and glued down so it's a nice transfer plate to put your material, so it just all runs down here. Now the next part is a little El Cheapo Ozito bilge pump, 12 volt, and on the end here, that's actually a cap off a like a toilet vent cap. So that's just split and jammed on it. Bit of hose, bit of hard hose, but one of the crucial parts of this is the variable speed controller. I got these from J-Car. They're not cheap, but if you wire them up properly with the diode and everything, you can control your water flow. It's very easy to wire up. The diode costs you like 80 cents or something to wire it in, and then you can control your water flow very easily instead of a tap. Even though I've still got a tap attached to it, don't use the tap. But yeah, it works quite well. We're going to hook it up with the big lithium battery. We'll fill this pool up and we'll set this cleanup sluice up. Technical, very technical. 2 blocks of wood, another block of wood, and I just get it so it's even, and so it's level, and roughly about the right amount of fall. And then, so anyway, we'll get that happening, and then we'll run this material through it. I've got pretty good hopes for what's in the bottom of that bucket, and very finely classified down, so it should run very well through this little sluice. Okay, she's ready to rock. Just got out the level, adjusted my little bits of wood, very technical, and you can see it's nice and level there. And if you look at the back, you can see it's coming off reasonably level there. So it's flowing okay. And then up the top, I've got the level as well. Pop it there. That's pretty rough. So that's all you need. Another important thing is to get rid of the cobwebs and the air bubbles and all the shit. I run over it with a paintbrush and get the air bubbles out, get the loose little bits of rock that have dried out in the sluice. Can't see any gold that I didn't find last time, so hopefully this thing will run fine today and we'll pump this stuff through. We can see the first few specks of gold already. First scoop. Just need a little bit more water flow, I think. It is cleaning it away though. Just taking its time. And a couple of nice bits there already, so just check that level again. Come up on this side a little bit. Down a bit. Very technical. Okay, we've got a couple of bits up here, one bit there, one bit there, one bit there, and I picked up a flake to come halfway down the sluice, so that was in the first big scoop, which I'm going to feed it a little bit slower. It doesn't take long to clean this stuff up with this, and does a good job. But this bucket came back from Secret Creek, and Secret Creek has always been pretty good to me. I've always got some good gold out of there, you know, 0.38, 0.26, 0.25, 0.23, and then the other day, the best I've ever done, which was the 0.6, so just over half a gram. But I did classify a bucket. I was classifying one for Big Kev, and I was classifying one for myself. And this is the one that's for me. The one for Big Kev, I've already done that. I've classified that right down to the superfines, checked the bigger stuff, threw the lumps of lead back in there that were in it, and I've cooked it and dried it on the barbie, dried it right out, and it's getting ready to be sent over to Big Kev for Chrissy. He's going to have a great time. Anyway, I'll show you that later. We'll just slowly feed this through. Cheers. A few more pieces starting to pop out. Ooh, big chunk down here. Ooh. Let's keep an eye on that one, see if it moves. If it starts to move, we'll snavel it up before it moves too far down the sluice. It's a nice size flake. There's definitely a few nice bits starting to appear. And this is a bit of a shout out to Hayden from Cripple Frothing. He's rapidly catching me in bloody subs, bugger, but he's got gemstones, and I do like my gems too, so he's doing very well. He's a lovely young fella, but he's had a bit of stuff going on in his life, and he's doing the best he can. But he's doing a bloody good job. He got some pay dirt sent to him by Gadsy, Golden Triangle Nugget Hunter. And mate, you should see that video. Watch it. What an awesome set of awesome bag of pay dirt. Plus he's got rocks to crush as well. They come from the hard rock, so he's going to be having fun. I'll give you a look at this in a sec. Get it down a little bit more. But there's some nice bits starting to appear. We'll keep pumping this through, and then I'll show you what we're getting. Cheers. I've got some questions for you guys out there in your YouTube land. What would you prefer? Just to see the gold? Just to see me panning? Would you like to see a little bit more of how to make stuff? I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subs. We're at nearly 800 at the moment, so we've got a fair way to go, another 200. So if you do like the content and like what I do, please share it with your friends. And don't forget, the more you like, the more you comment, the more the algorithm is more likely to suggest it as a new video to other people. So it'd be nice to work out what's working and what's not. Just had to pick up a big flake that moved. So, but yeah, if you'd like to see a little bit more of how to make stuff, whether it be crevice tools or bloody little gutter trash sluices, how to make a cleanup sluice, by all means leave it in the comments and we'll try and work our way through them. But a big thank you to everyone who's subscribed to the channel, especially all the subscribers from the US. There's a lot of people over there that like what I do. There's still more people in Australia watching it, but it's getting there, and it is a slow process. The market is absolutely saturated with prospectors, so it is a hard one, but I have fun doing what I'm doing. I have fun sharing it because not many members of my family do this. Occasionally they'll get out, my 3 sons, but very rare. But My wife stays at home. She likes to go bird watching, so sometimes when we go prospecting, or I go prospecting, she just stays at the camp and watches the camp and watches birds. Goes for walks, finds flowers, all that, and just absolutely loves what she does. So, and if you ever see me out in the goldfields, you may recognise the dog. By all means, come and say good day. Smudge is more famous than I am, so I've got no problems with that. I try not to show my face too much. I don't want to scare all the people away. So anyway, we're roughly about halfway through this, but there's some nice pieces come up. I'm keeping my eyes on the big flakes, because the big flakes do tend to flip around and move a bit. So you've got to sort of watch those. And if they start moving, I snuff them up with a snuffer bottle. So anyway, I'll pump this through and bring you back in near the end. Okay, let's take you out and let you have a look. Start down this end. Where you can see, notice the action of the little rocks when you see them. They dance around on the sluice. Coming up. First bit should be there. That's a nice size flake. And got two up here. Few bits of lead. So, some nice flaky bits of gold in there. Not as much as what I thought would be in there, but we haven't weighed it yet. So anyway, we'll just let that run for a little bit. And I'm now going to just scoop the bucket out, put it in a pan it out at the panning station while this thing runs and cleans out. Anyway, we'll pan the bottom out, see what's in it. Hold on. Okay, snuffer dump time. This is what came out of the whole bucket from Secret Creek. I'll get the cloud off it. And there we go. There's one bit of lead in there. There's, I think, a bit of stainless. Got my homemade bucket classifier. That's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Shake it out a bit. There you go. Couple of nice big flakes in there. That one there in particular. That. Oops, can't pick it up. But that's a nice size flake. My big meaty finger for reference. Okay, inside, dried up, in the vial, ready for a weigh. What do you think? I reckon maybe 0.11 maybe. There's a little bit of black sand in there, but there's a lot of real micro stuff in that. So anyway, we'll get ready to have a look. Turn this sucker on and see what comes out. Hopefully it's all dried enough to come out of this. Oh my God, way more than what I thought. You know what? When you add that to the 0.6 I got the other day, that's 0.77. So out of Secret Creek, panning and classifying one bucket. Bloody awesome. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. Get it out there. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, there will be a giveaway. Anyway, we're getting there slowly, grinding day by day. Cheers, Andy. Poverty Prospecting over and out. And don't forget, get out, have a go. Cheers.